guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and this is a video response to two good friends, Sweet Gamer Raz and another close friend, Pattimus. They did a video. She did a response called my 10 favorite, I think they wanted 10 favorite sci-fi TV shows. That's where it generated from Raz. Patty had flipped it and then said she wants to do 10 favorite sci-fi movies, which is good because I think I have way more movies in mind than I would TV shows. So let's kick this off, and I'm going to explain a little bit about each of them, but I didn't do 10, I did like 13 or 14, so fuck you, because that's why. That's the Patty. Fuck you. Okay, I'm kidding, of course. So, one of my favorite sci-fi films, Cube. People are stuck inside of this experimental thing. They don't know what's happening, and there's like a bunch of puzzles and things for them to solve, and very interesting. There's 3 of them. The first one, the second one, and then the third one is a prequel, previous to the first one. 12 Monkeys, an excellent movie by Terry Gilliam. The world is all fucked up. I think everyone's dead. Some kind of outbreak happened, and they have to go into the past and try and figure out how it happened and come up with a solution and then bring it to the future to fix everything in the past. Videodrome. This is a very weird Cronenberg film, which most of his early stuff was. It involves seeing this TV show that... How do I not ruin this? It involves seeing this TV show that kind of manipulates you, and then the people start to hallucinate and things like that. I sound like Pro B-Man 5, things like that. And it's got James Woods and Debbie Harry from Blondie, and it's creepy and it's weird, but it's got some really cool cyberpunk elements. The Running Man. I hope you leave enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your spine! You ever play the game Smash TV? Where they're in that TV show and they have to run out and kill everyone and people explode and they just grab money? It's that. But the 80s. Cheesy. Please watch that. Scanner Darkly. Excellent book written by Philip K. Dick, turned into a rotoscoped film starring Keanu Reeves and Woody Harrelson. I always go to say Woody Allen for some reason. And Robert Downey Jr. About drugs. About this like police investigation going on. It's interesting. Very good. They Live with Rowdy Roddy Piper, one of the longest fight scenes ever. He picks up these sunglasses and he's able to see these aliens. I don't know if you've seen them on the cover. And it's a John Carpenter film. And he sees these aliens and he's trying to warn everyone before the aliens take over. I love this movie because it's very cheesy and fun. I don't like how it's supposed to be a knock against Republicans, because I don't like politics in my films, but it's an interesting movie nonetheless, and I do love it. This is always going to be in there for everyone. The Matrix. The first one was phenomenal when it came out. I mean, you know, the world isn't real and you're in some kind of a computer program. If you haven't seen that by now, spoiler, 20 years later, or whatever. The sequels were excellent too, but they definitely just focused more on what was happening then. It didn't kind of blow your mind away like the first film. But great films. Johnny Mnemonic. One of my favorite cheesy movies, a great short story by William Gibson. I feel like the Japanese version, JM, was better pacing and a little more explained. But excellent movie. Every few months I just throw this on. It's cheesy, it's fun, it's got some really interesting elements. I love Keanu Reeves, if you can't tell, so. Next is one of my favorites, Nirvana. You cover that breast there, so I don't get flagged. This is the Italian version, this is the American version. The Italian version has different music, and it's a little more fleshed out. And it's about Christopher Lambert from the Highlander series trying to find his wife who has run away. It goes into this whole thing about reaching your inner nirvana and having inner peace. All the while it like ties in with hackers and video games. Very cool movie, one of my favorites. The Road Warrior, different sci-fi, dystopian apocalyptic sci-fi. This is one of my favorite films of all time. I was tempted to get a tattoo of this movie. great car chases, interesting story, very dark. Gasoline is a scarce commodity at this point. Everyone's killing each other and raping each other for gas. And there's this fucked up, this is a picture, it's not, this fucked up group of people called, the guy's name is Lord Humongous, and he calls his guys the gay boys. I don't remember what the, whatever. And he like rules with an iron fist, and he's trying to steal all the gasoline, and Mad Max is supposed to stop him. I like the first film, Mad Max. This is my favorite by far. And then the third one's good, but not as good as 1 or 2. And that one is Beyond Thunderdome. I'm gonna save this one for last. Avalon. This is one where people play video games by like jacking into their mind and going into them, and you don't know what's real and what isn't. It kind of has that Matrixy feel in that way. Very cool movie. Very underrated. Not heard of. One of my other favorite films of all time, Brazil. This is a it's a Terry Gilliam film, kind of a knock at government and like everyone's kind of just a number. Very tongue-in-cheek, but kind of dark as well. It's very hard to explain, but it's like everything is, is very bureaucratic, and it's got Terry Gilliam's humor all over because it's very dark, but it's also kind of funny. Like they kill someone at the beginning of the movie and then they send the bill for killing the person. So like stuff like that. Excellent film. If you're gonna see it, I'd recommend getting the final director's cut, which is this. On Blu-ray or DVD, don't get the theatrical cut because they do cut some stuff out. Big fights. They had big fights over the films because there was like 3 different edits because the company thought the ending was too crazy and sad. And finally, one of my all-time favorite films and film series, Planet of the Apes. Again, much different than the other sci-fi I've picked. If you haven't seen it, the original at least, Charlton Heston and his group lands on this planet of the apes. They don't know where they are. They find out in the end. I'm not going to spoil that for you in case you haven't seen it. It's got a lot of social and political commentary, and the makeup is kind of goofy at this point, but I still think it looks excellent, and back then it probably looked amazing. I mean, these people would spend hours and hours and hours in this makeup, and very interesting, dark, really makes you think. So these are my favorite sci-fi films. I would also like to add one more. Let me go grab it real quick. Now, this is a good movie. I shouldn't have saved it to last, but I just happened to forget it when I grabbed them before. But it's not one of my favorites, but it's definitely up there. It's a good cyberpunk sci-fi movie. And that's Existence, this top one here, with Jude Law. If you pick it up on Blu-ray, this is the 3 DVD pack. They did a 6 DVD pack, 3 movies on 1 Blu-ray. They did a 6th one, which is 2 Blu-rays, so it's the same disc as this. Then they did a single disc release of just Existence, and everyone was all excited. And then, they found out that this version has better visuals, while the other single disc version of Existence actually just has better sound and worse visuals. Like, they compressed it weird. So I stuck with this because I prefer visuals over sound. I don't have some crazy sound system. The movie's about these people that make this video game with these kind of like fleshy biomechanical things called pods, and you jack into your into your spine with them, and they mess with your mind. And by the end of the film, you don't know what's real and what isn't. So it has that kind of Matrixy feel to it. Cheesier, dark in a way though, but very good. Jennifer Jason Leigh. It says Ian Holm. I don't remember him in that. And William Dafoe. But a good movie. Just, it's an acquired taste. It takes a few watchings to really get into it. But those are my, I don't know, was that 14 or 15 favorite sci-fi films. There are some more I really like Blade Runner, but I feel it's kind of, I'm going to piss people off. I feel it's a little overrated. I do like the film. I like the book better. And, I feel they should have fleshed it out a bit more. I think it was too chopped up. But either way, it's a good film. I like it. So, thanks guys for watching. I hope you liked the movies I picked, and maybe you didn't know about some of them. So, thank you for the question, Pattimus, and sort of, Sweet Gamer Raz. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.